test me for this. I work with an organization with Kiara and affirmation, and a lot of times it's something that is not seen, right? It's something that you could look at somebody, you would be able to tell that they have. They don't really run tests for that unless you ask specifically for those tests to be ran. And so we have to pay attention when we're taking a shower. We have to pay attention to, looking at yourself, examining yourself. And if there is something different, don't just look at it as it's a rash, right? Or if there's some type of discharge, it's hormonal, some of those things. We have to really go in. My doctor, if I can't sit down and explain, and you can't explain to me if I'm asking specific questions about what it is, I may need to find another doctor, because we don't want to be treated as another individual. We want to be treated, we want them to have, even though it may not be bedside manners, sitting office manners as well. And I think one of the biggest things for us is we kind of self-diagnose, and we put things on the back burner. We hustling as women, we working, we're taking care of kids, we cooking, we got to go to football games and basketball games and track meets and all of those different things. And we put our health on the back burner. And I think that we have to be advocates to get those things done and not self-diagnose ourselves.
Absolutely, absolutely.
One of the things I would say is in our culture, we like to keep quiet and keep secrets. And we're going to have to quit doing that. We don't even want to share history. So when we have, one of the ways we can start educating and advocating is when we have these family reunions. When we having our girls' night out, let's talk about it a little bit, guys. Don't have to be really serious, but we need to share. We need to know our histories. I can remember, I would say well over 20, 25 years ago, there were a couple of ladies in our church that passed. And the whisper was, it was breast cancer, and we didn't know much about it back then. But I think had we shared more, or opened up more, or spoke more, we might have helped with these numbers. So going forward, we just have to, whether we want to or not, and that's one of my things. I was like, do I share, do I say anything? But every day that I have breath in me, that I can speak about breast cancer, whether they like it or not like it, I'm gonna speak up because I'm here another day. Somebody else is not. And if we can help save one, two other sisters, we gotta do what we have to do.
Right. Okay, so another reason why I want to Diamond here is because she does so many things. I think you got a 31-day calendar, if I'm not mistaken, this month? I don't know. So I want you to tell us a few of the things that you do for breast cancer, because I'm just like, girl, I think I'm doing something. I'm not doing nothing. Go ahead.
And now my mom and my sister, they're like, we gotta tell everybody. We gotta tell everybody. So one of the things is on Wednesday, I will be honored as Champion for Change with the Rose. I'm excited about that. On Saturday, there's a walkathon in Missouri City. I'm doing that. And there's just a lot. I just feel like, and I'll say this publicly, it has to go beyond October. It has to go beyond October.
Absolutely.
If we can do everything that we do in the month of October, we can spend the rest of the 11 months out of the year doing the same thing. And not just for breast cancer, but there's other cancers as well. There's juvenile cancer, there's prostate cancer. And so there's a lot. I was speaking with a surgeon from MD Anderson, and I asked specific questions about insurance, and because I want to know, I'm going to ask anything. I asked him, prostate cancer and breast cancer is where they spend the most money on research. And a lot of the other cancers, they don't have the funding for, well, they do, but they put it towards breast cancer because, of course, the numbers are higher for prostate and breast cancer. But I'm just out trying to do whatever I can to express the awareness, not just based on my mom and my sister. I believe the Lord is using us as another testimony of His glory, His goodness, and the platforms that I have, the people that I am a part of, that we do different things like Manuela and Angels Surviving Cancer. We have a genuine concern and a genuine reason of wanting to express awareness. So this is the month of October. It ends on the 31st, next Tuesday. But I challenge others to get a mammo buddy, get you a mammo sister, and even if it's not in the month of October, tag some people along with you. A lot of women are even scared of the results, and so that's another reason why they aren't really an advocate. But if you could be the person, the hope of someone to save their life by going with them and going on the journey with them, then I believe we'll lower those numbers when it comes to our culture. So that's what I have for the rest of the